Hey Krishna, thank you so much for joining for our Srimad Bhagavatam discussion on Sunday morning. We will chant the chant Jaya Radha Madhava, and then we'll start with our discussion words for today. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari, Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari, Jai Gopi Janavallabha Girivardhari, Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana, Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana, Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana, Shamuna Tira Vanachari, Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Jayo Prabhupada Jayo Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Jayo Gurudeva Jayo Gurudeva Jaya Gurudeva. Okay. So we'll first read the verse for today.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you so much for joining.
Yeah, thank you.
Mataji. Okay. The verse for today is from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 10, verse number 13. Sarve te nimisher akshais tam anudruta chetasaha vikshantah sneya sambandha vicheluस्तत्र तत्रहा. Sarve te nimisher akshais tam anudruta chetasaha vikshantah sneya sambandha vicheluस्तत्र तत्रहा. Sarve te nimisher akshais tam anudruta chetasaha vikshantah sneha sambandha vicheluस्तत्र तत्रहा. Would you like to recite the verse?
Sarve te nimishir akshes tamano druta chetasaha vikshantaha sneha sambandha vichelos tatra tatraha. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Mai. Thanks, Mataji.
So much.
Yeah. Would you like to recite?
Sarve te nimis ser akshes tam anudutrate te chetasa vikshanta sneha sambandha vichelustatra tatraha.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji. Would you like to recite? Okay. I will give the word by word meaning and the translation appropriate. Sarve, all, te, they, animishahi, without twinkling of the eyes, akshahi, by the eye, tam anu, after him, druta chetasaha, melted heart, vikshantaha, looking upon him, sneha sambandha, bound by pure affection, vicheluhu, began to move, tatra tatra, here and there, ha, so they did. Translation prepared by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivinoda Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation: all their hearts were melting for him on the pot of attraction. They looked at him without blinking their eyes, and they moved hither and thither in perplexity. Purport: Krishna is naturally attractive for all living beings because he is the chief eternal amongst all eternals. He alone is the maintainer of all the many eternals. This is stated in the Katha Upanishad, and thus one can obtain permanent peace and prosperity by revival of one's eternal relation with him, now forgotten under the spell of Maya, the illusory energy of the Lord. Once this relation is slightly revived, the conditioned soul at once becomes freed from the illusion of material energy and becomes mad after the association of the Lord. This association is made possible not only by personal contact with the Lord, but also by association with His name, fame, form, and quality. Srimad Bhagavatam trains the conditioned soul to this stage of perfection by submissive hearing from the pure devotee. I do the verse once again. Sarve te nimisher akshe anudruta chetasaha vikshanta sneha sambadha vichelu tatra tatraha. This is the Mangacharan praise, and then we'll continue from here. Om Akyantimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakayam Chakshurunmiritam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Uttapatakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Rughunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sabdutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Mostate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Shri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusate Devi Pranamami Haripriya Panchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhaevacha Paditana Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Mitinaminim Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshitarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Gandrash Bhagavatam Gija Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai. Hare Krishna. Devotee, thank you so much once again for joining for Srimad Bhagavatam discussion. So this verse is very beautiful verse, and this is very poetic. Prabhupada especially makes it very poetic. All the hearts are melting for him on the pot of attraction. Yeah, very beautiful. So even though it's a very small purport, it's very wonderful purport, and we can divide this purport into three sections. Even though there are only maybe 4 sentences, but still, Prabhupada has a theme of thought, a line of thought going in this purport. So the 3 sections. Prabhupada then first explains why is Krishna naturally so attractive to everyone. Then Prabhupada explains the reason why we don't find Krishna attractive. And then Prabhupada talks about how can we revive our attraction for Krishna. How can we find Krishna attractive? So why is Krishna so attractive? Why are we not attracted to Krishna? And because we are not, how can we revive it back? Or how can we revive that attraction? How can we establish a connection for attraction towards Krishna? There's these 3 things I have mentioned in the purport of Srila Prabhupada. So now we'll go by each section. Why is Krishna so naturally attractive? Okay. So now we can talk about these itself for hours and hours, right? So Krishna, his name, his pastimes, paraphernalia, forms, everything are all the same. Because they're absolute. Prabhupada in one of the purport, I think it was in Nectar Devotion, but mentions that in the spiritual world, everyone is the same. It's on the same level. There's everything absolute. When the devotees and Krishna are also the same. In that same absolute level. Right? Not same as in the Mayavadi same, but right. So everything is absolute in spiritual level. There's no relativity. Right? Unlike there's no dvandva, there's no duality or multiple anything. There are varieties, but they're still on the same. The rasa is the difference, but the pad is the same. Right? So Srila Prabhupada here cites one of the reasons. Prabhupada says that he's very attractive because he's the chief among all the eternals. Now those who have read Prabhupada's books, they will know immediately what was Prabhupada talking about. Right? This word is Nityo Nityanam Chaitanas Chaitananam Eko Bahunam Yo Vidhati Kama. Right? This says in one of the purports of Srimad Bhagavatam, where Prabhupada quotes this particular words from the Upanishads. I think it's the Shveteshwara Upanishad, but Prabhupada actually gives a small purport on this, or the discussion on this. So we know that Nityo Nityanam, right? Nitya, among the eternals, Nityo Nityanam. Right? So he's the chief among all the eternals. Chaitanya Chetananam. Chaitanya is those are living entities. Like he's eternal and is living entity also. He's the chief entity among all eternals. Okay. So Prabhupada says we are also a person, God is also a person. Right? So he's also a living entity. Chaitanya Chetananam. We are also a living entity. So what is the difference between God and ourselves? That Eka, that one person, Eko Yo Bhuvanam, right? Eka, the one living entity, right? So Nitya is one singular number. So that he supplies necessities to all people. If you see Vidya Kaman, the Kaman's desires. Right? That Eko Bahunam, that one person, the Dhati means gives, or fulfills all desires of all the other eternals. Prabhupada says here, right? So both of them are person, both of them are living entities, right? But why is a singular person considered to be the supreme? Because he supplies foodstuffs to all the other living beings. And so Krishna has everything already for supplying to all living beings. That is Tityo Nityanam, Chaitanas Chetananam, Eko Bahunam Yo Vidhatikanam. Right? So if you see, don't we find a person who has, so we know that the 6 opulence of Krishna, right? Fame, wealth, beauty, renunciation, fame, power, and knowledge. Shara Ishwarya, right? So don't we find as people, right? Don't we find a person who possesses even one quality of this very attractive? Right? Jeff Bezos, for example. Let's say he's a richest person, right? Man, I want to be like Jeff Bezos. Everyone is so much attracted to him. Wealth, beauty, Miss Universe, Mr. Universe, whoever that may be. We find, oh man, she's so beautiful. They put a tag, they give the label or give position of Miss Universe based on the physical beauty, and of course the other consideration maybe, but so beautiful. People want to see so beautiful things. Right? The person is so beautiful, but we get attracted to such a person. Right? If a person walks a beautiful person, we go, wow, she's beautiful, he's beautiful, and so right. Renunciation. Those who renunciate, right? People say, oh man, he can have so many things, but he's still aloof from everything. Wow, man, that is so strong of detachment, so strong, he's so self-controlled. People attract to that people also. Such people, such kind of people. Right? Fame, those who doesn't want fame? Everyone wants fame. Everyone wants to be famous. Right? And those who are famous, they get everything. The entire newspaper industry, media industry works because of that. Fame, power. Right? It can be in the sense of body strength, the strongest man, right? Or power in the terms of different power, politics. These every knowledge, Albert Einstein. So all these different qualities, six qualities, if you find them in any particular person, we find them so attractive. But Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita in the 10th chapter, at the very end, he says, Yattad vibhuti mat sattvam. Right? Because this all, whatever you're seeing, whatever I described till now in Bhagavad Gita, or whatever qualities we see in people, maybe they're wealthy, beautiful, they're detached, renunciate, or fame, or power, they all just spark of my splendor. So these qualities which we see outside, they're just a mere spark or mere fraction of the ultimate of the one entity, that is Krishna. Because everything, they get everything from Krishna. So if you are attracted to such people, just by by them showing a fraction of that particular, exhibiting that quality, how amazing would Krishna be, who possesses all this quality in full? Okay. So that is Krishna. If you can find them attractive, we should find Krishna attractive. Right. So in Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita, there is a very beautiful definition of Krishna. What does Krishna mean? It comes in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila, chapter number 9, verse number 30. Krishirбhuvachaka shabdho nascha nivvrti vachakah tayor aikyam param brahma Krishna ati abhidhiyate. The word means, the word Krish is the attractive feature of the Lord of greatness. The Krish means the attractive feature of the Lord of greatness. And Na or Na means spiritual pleasure, Lord's sweetness. So the word Krish is added to the word na, it becomes Krishna, which means absolute truth. So basically, the Lord of greatness and the Lord of sweetness, when they combine together, that is Krishna. Okay, that greatness we talked about before, all the qualities, the opulence, the Aishwarya, the Lord of greatness. Right? So Krish also means who is a creator, maintainer, destroyer, sustainer. Right? So in Bhagavad Gita, the beautiful verse, it says, Gatir Bharta Prabhu Shakshi Nivasa Sharanam Suhrit Prabhava Pralaya Sthanam Vidhanam Bijam Abhyayam. Krishna says, I am the goal, sustainer, master, the witness, the abode, the refuge, the most dear friend, Suhrit. And I am the creation, maintainer, annihilator, the basis of everything. So Krishna just lays out. Right? So he is Krish, the Lord of greatness. Right? And if even in 10.8, all Krishna says, Aham Sarvasya Prabhu. From everything comes from me. So this Krishna is showing the greatness, whose position is his real identity. Right? And now means with the source of pleasure, Ananda. Right? The Lord of greatness and the Lord of sweetness, Taror Aikyam becomes one, that is Bhagavan Krishna. Right? And Sarvam Akarshi iti Krishna, who attracts everyone at all time and places. That is Krishna. Right? So that is the definition of what Krishna given in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. Right? So how beautiful is Krishna? Right? He's attractive, and one of the qualities, the form. So how beautiful is Krishna? So this verse comes in the 3rd canto, chapter number 2, verse number 12, is conversation between Vidura and Uddhava. Right? So Krishna here, Uddhava says to Vidura here, he says here, Param Padam Bhushana Bhushanangam. Right? His limbs are so beautiful that it's increases the beauty of the ornaments on the part of the body. So normally when we wear, what do we say? Or when we say, let's say the earrings, right? Oh, the earrings, oh, you look very beautiful putting the earrings. Basically, the earrings make the person beautiful. But what is Uddhava saying here? Param Padam Bhushana Bhushanangam. The ornaments look beautiful because we are wearing them. The ornaments look beautiful because you are wearing them. That's the beauty of Krishna. The beauty of Krishna is such that the ornaments look beautiful because of the beauty of Krishna. Yeah, there is Bhushana Bhushananga. Right? And then in Chaitanya Charitamrita, the beautiful description of in chapter number 21 is so amazing. Chapter 21, Madhya Leela, chapter 21, verse number 102. He says, so Mahaprabhu is saying this to Sri Sanatana Goswami. Krishneram Madhura Rupa Shurna Sanatan. Ye rupera eka karna dubaya sabha tribhuvan sarva prani kare akarshan. He says, my dear Sanatan, the sweet, attractive, transcendental form of Krishna is so nice. Just try to understand it. Even a fractional understanding of Krishna's beauty can merge all three worlds in the ocean of love. He attracts all living entities within the three worlds. Krishnera Madhura Rupa Shuna Sanatan. Ye Rupera Eka Kana, just one fraction of the beauty of Krishna. Ye Rupera Eka Kana, Dubaya Sarva Tribhuvan. Tribhuvan means all three worlds. Dubaya means submerge. And Sarva Prani Kore Akarshan. All the living entities can get attracted towards Krishna. Now can get attracted towards Krishna. Right? That is Mahaprabhu himself speaking to Sri Sanatana Goswami. And what to speak of Krishna himself? रूप देखी आपनारा कृष्णेरा होइला चमत्कार आस्वादिते मने उठे काम स्व सौभाग्य यांड्र नाम सौंदर्यादि गुण ग्राम यही रूप नित्य तारधाम. So Mahaprabhu is saying here, the wonderful form of Krishna in his personal feature is so great that it attracts not the other living entities, it attracts even Krishna to taste his own association. So the beautiful pastime given in the palace of Nanda Maharaj was the marbles are so reflective. Krishna once looked at this reflection and said, "Who is this person? Wow, I never seen this person so beautiful. What is this? Who is this?" Mimicking the movements. So Krishna gets attracted towards himself. Okay? So his personal feature is so great that even Krishna gets attracted to his form. Indeed, Krishna becomes very eager to taste it. total beauty, knowledge, wealth, strength, fame, renunciation, all occurrence of Krishna. Right? So that is the beauty of Krishna. Forget about living Krishna himself is attracted. Right? So Sukadeva Goswami talking about the elders of Mathura. This comes in the 10th canto, 45th chapter, 19th verse. So Krishna is called Mathura. So Sukadeva Goswami is telling the verse, talking about what is going on, what are the elders of Mathura like doing. Tatra pravayasopyasan yuvano tribalau jasaha pibanto ksher mukundasya mukham bhuja sudhammuhu. This is very beautiful. It says, even the most elderly inhabitants of the city appeared youthful, full of strength and vitality. For their eyes, they constantly drank pibanto ksher mukundasya mukham bhuja. They constantly drank the elixir of Lord Mukunda's lotus face. How they were so youthful? They appeared youthful. Why did they appear so youthful? Because they constantly drank pibanti. Right? Pibanti ksher mukundasya mukham bhuja. Mukham ambuja means a lotus. Mukham is lotus-like face. They used to drink the nectar of Krishna's lotus face. Mr. Jiva Goswami in his commentary to this particular verse says, they tasted the extraordinary qualities of Krishna. His lotus face was like nectar, and they drank that extraordinary face like nectar with their eyes. So we drink nectar with our, we drink like with our mouth, a straw. But they should drink Krishna's nectar in face. They should drink this. They should drink the nectar with their eyes. Krishna is called Raso Vaisaha. One of the meanings of rasa is called nectar also. Raso, Krishna's form is made of nectar basically. Raso Vaisaha, Upanishads say. So they are basically drinking the nectarian form of Krishna to their eyes. That is what Jiva Goswami is saying here. Right? And because that's the reason they should appear youthful, Bala and Ojasaha. Right? So now, there's Krishna's beauty. We talked about how Krishna attracts all living entities. Then we talked about how Krishna himself attracted. We talked about what do the elders of Mathura do? What do they do while seeing Krishna in Mathura? Then the next verse, when we saw the blinking of the mirror, they were just drinking the nectar of Krishna's nectarian form to their eyes. And in this verse, Prabhupada says that, Sukadeva Goswami says that they were looking at Krishna without blinking. Now immediately, one thing pops into their mind. Oh, I remember this very famous incident of the gopis. Before that, right? In Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto, 44th chapter, the 14th verse, right? So this is also quoted in Chaitamrita itself. That's why Mahaprabhu quotes this particular verse. Mahaprabhu is saying that, he quotes this particular, I won't read the entire verse or the translation. He says that, what austerities must the gopis have performed? With their eyes, they always drink the nectar of the form of Lord Krishna, which is the essence of loveliness and is not to be equaled or unsurpassed. That loveliness is the only abode of beauty, fame, and opulence. It is self-perfect, ever fresh and unique. Right? So this is the, again, Mahaprabhu is talking about, always drink the nectar. Right? Always, even this particular verse, the word comes, Drigibihi pibanti asambhavinam. Again, pibanti, drink. Not eat, drink. Rasamalayam, in the first canto, first chapter, third verse. Right? Again, just drink the nectar of Srimad Bhagavatam. So here, Mahaprabhu again saying that the gopis, what austerities must they perform? He's glorifying the gopis. What did they perform to drink the nectar of Krishna to the eyes? Right? And so we are talking about 10th canto, right? But in the last chapter of the 9th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, 9:24-65, and the title of the chapter is Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It's just before the 10th canto, right? What does word say? A very similar verse. Jasyanam makara kundal charu karnam brajat kapola saubhukam savilasa hasam nityostavam nada tatrapur dishibhi pibantyo naryo narascha mudita kupita nimescha. Again, the word pibanti comes. Krishna's face is decorated with ornaments such as earrings resembling the sharks, makara. His ears are beautiful. His cheeks are brilliant. His smiling is attractive to everyone. Whoever sees Lord Krishna sees a festival. Nityotsavam. Nityotsav festival. His face and body are fully satisfying for everyone to see. But the devotees are angry at the creator for the disturbance caused by the momentary blinking of their eyes. Sounds very similar, right? So not just gopis, even before the 10th canto begins, the 9th canto, 24th, last chapter of the 9th canto, very similar verse comes where they criticize the creator for making the eyes blink. That's why we'll come to that particular verse, which always heard before. 10th canto, 31st chapter, 15th verse. 31st chapter is the Gopi Geet. His words, very beautiful verse, goes like this. Atati yad bhavan ahanikananam truti yugayate tvam apashyatam kutila kuntalam shri mukham chate jada udikshatam pakshmakridrasham. Is Atati yad bhavan, oh, when you go, ahanikananam, when you go to the forest to graze the cows, what happens? Truti yugayate. Truti means 1 divided by 1/70th of a second. This truti, unit of time. Truti yugayate tvam, when we don't see you, apashyatam, that one, the one moment feels like what? The truti feels like yugayate. It feels like a millennium. When you don't kapil for eyes, when we don't see you, when you go to the kanana, when you go to the forest to graze the cows. Kutila kuntalam. Shri mukham chate. We are so, kutila means, kuntala means the curly hairs. Your beautiful face, what is like face, mukham chate, is covered by beautiful curly black hair, curly locks of hair. Right? And jada udikshatam pakshmakrit drisham. And our pleasure is hindered by our eyelids, which are fashioned by the foolish creator. Jada. So the gopis say that the creator, the jada, is foolish. Because when Krishna is there, he's making our eyes blink. Right? I mean, if you add all this time together, when Krishna is there, that time when you add together, it will be months. So we are not seeing Krishna for months just by blinking our eyes. What foolishness is this? And when Krishna is not there, eyes are open. What is the use of these eyes when Krishna is not there? That's, the gopis are criticizing Brahma. Now, continuing this thought, Sriman Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the Madhya Leela, chapter 21, goes on to say more. Right? Some read the translation. He is just building on this. He's just in ecstasy and is speaking this. If a devotional service one gets a result of pious activities and sees Lord Krishna's face, what can he relish with only these two eyes? His greed and thirst would increase twofold by seeing the nectarian face of Krishna. Due to his inability to sufficiently drink the nectar, he becomes very unhappy and criticizes the creator for not having given more than two eyes. Right? When the onlooker of Krishna's face becomes dissatisfied in this way, he thinks, what is he thinking? Why didn't the creator give me thousands and millions of eyes? Why has he given me only these two? Even these two eyes are disturbed by blinking, which keeps me from continuously seeing Krishna's face. Thus, one accuses the creator of being dry and tasteless due to engaging different austerities. The creator is only dry manufacturer, basically, right? So basically, Babu is saying this. What is this? If the creator should take my advice, he should give millions of eyes to the person who intends to see Krishna. Right? And if the creator takes this advice, then I would say that he's competent. And this is the feeling of the gopis. Right? Gives millions of eyes to see Krishna. And you should give millions of eyes to those devotees, those people who want to see Krishna. Because these two eyes are not enough. Again, we can say more and more. Right? So basically, Shiva Baba says Krishna is Purna, completely complete in all attractive qualities. Om Purnamada Purnamidam. Everything comes from Krishna, but Krishna still remains the complete. Right? So now that's about how Krishna said, why is Krishna so attractive? And we gave different references. How Krishna is attractive, who gets attracted by Krishna's beauty. Right? All the different references we talked about. We talked about that particular part. Now we go to the next part of the verse, of the purport. Prabhupada says that one can obtain permanent peace and prosperity by revival of one's eternal relationship with him. Now we know the very famous peace formula of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. 5.29 Bhoktaram tapasam sarvalokam maheshwaram suhridam sarvabhutanam nyatvam mam shanti rachatim. Right? One who knows Bhoktaram Yajna Tapasam. The Krishna is the Bhokta, the benefactor of what? Yajna, Tapasa, right? Of all the austerities and penances, right? Our sacrifices. Yajna and Tapasa. Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. He is the owner, so to say, right? Lord of all the universes. Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. Suhridam Sarvabhutanam. And he is the benefactor, the friend of all living entities. One who knows this, Nyatva, Mam Shantim Rachati, obtains peace. So when we understand that, oh, Krishna is the Bhoktaram, we are not Bhoktaram. We are not the enjoyer. We should not be in the enjoyer. The moment we are become the enjoyer, we have the tendency to become enjoyer. Everything starts because of that. Right? We should say Krishna is the enjoyer. Everything should be for Krishna. In third chapter, Krishna says, Yajnarthat karmano anyatra lokoam karma bandhana. Work done should be as a sacrifice to Vishnu. Yajna arthat karmano anyatra. If not, what happens? Lokoham karma bandhana. People becomes bandhana in karma. Right? So work done should be as sacrifice for Vishnu. So he is the Bhoktaram. So this is establish a connection, or we are not the center. We should not be the center. Krishna is always the center. We understand, we establish a relationship of who Krishna is. This verse talks about Sambandha Gyan. Who is Krishna and who are we? To understand the position first. When we have to switch the position, or when we try to hijack the position of Krishna, problem starts. Right? So, how do we forget this position in the first place? Madhya chapter 20, verse 117. Krishna bhuli si jiva anadi bahirmukha ata eva maya tare deya samsara dukha. What is said here? Forgetting Krishna, the living entity has become attracted by the external feature from time immemorial. Therefore, the illusory energy giving all kinds of misery in material existence. Krishna bhuli si jiva. Forgetting Krishna, si jiva anadi bahirmukha. Bahirmukha means turned away. Since time immemorial, Jiva has turned his face away from Krishna. And what happens? Ata eva, and by that what happens? Maya tare deya samsara dukha. Maya has given us all kinds of threefold miseries in this material existence. That is the reason why we have forgotten. We are attracted, we want to be the enjoyer. We want to become Krishna. Right? We want to be the enjoyer, the mentality. Right? So in the purport, Prabhupada says here, the living entity is eternal and existed before the creation of the material world. Unfortunately, he has forgotten his relationship with Krishna. The living entity's forgetfulness is described as an adi, which indicates that it has existed since time immemorial. We cannot trace it back, basically. One should understand that due to his desire to enjoy himself in competition with Krishna, the living entity comes into material existence. Prabhupada says in this purport. Very, very similar verse is given in Prema Vivarta. Prema Vivarta is basically a literature written by Shri Jagadananda Pandit. Very, 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 very close aside of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He says, Krishna bhulya jiva bhogavancha kare nikatastha maya tara jhapatiya dhare. Again, Krishna bhulya jiva, forgetting Krishna, jiva, what does jiva? Bhogavancha kare. Instead of Krishna being the Bhoktara, we want to become Bhokta. Bhogavancha kare, enjoy sense objects. And what happens? Because nikatastha Maya Devi is right next to us. She won't do anything until we are looking at Krishna. Till we are looking at Krishna. The moment we turn away, nikatastha Maya jhapatiya dhare, immediately catches the living entity. Right? And in Srimad Bhagavatam, of course, there's so many references we can talk about it. But one reference from Srimad Bhagavatam, if I would like to quote, if I may quote, 4th canto, 29th chapter, 78th verse. Basically, a conversation between Narad Muni and King Pachinabarhi. So Narad Muni is saying, as long as we desire to enjoy sense gratification, we create material activities. When the living entity acts in the material field, he enjoys the senses And by enjoying the senses, he creates another series of material activities. In this way, the living entity becomes entrapped as a conditioned soul. Basically, what is someone saying? The yajnat karmano natra, yajnat karmano, right? Anyatra lokoham karma bandhana. That anyatra lokoham karma bandhana is being talked about here. We are doing some activities, right? Enjoying the sense and the sense objects, and giving pleasure to the senses. And we were not doing with Krishna in the center. We are creating unnecessary material activities because which will take birth again. We may do pious activities or simple activities if Krishna is not in the center. This only two possible combination. Three choices basically. Karma, akarma, vikarma. When Krishna is not in the picture at all, it's karma and vikarma. When you do karma, no matter if you do karma or vikarma, to reap the benefits or to suffer the reactions, you take another body. Because the Jiva is constantly doing these two activities continuously, the next body is guaranteed. But you do pious activities, okay, you have to take a birth again to enjoy the benefits. Oh, you bad activities? No, okay, no problem. If you have to take a body to suffer the results of what the activities. Right? So in this way, living entity becomes trapped by doing karma, vikarma, karma, vikarma, karma, vikarma. But if yajna arthat karmano, Vishnu becomes akarma, 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 akarma. Then there's nothing to reap, nothing to enjoy, nothing to suffer. Right? That is the tactic to get out of this entrapment. Right? So this talked by why do we forget Krishna? Because we are so engrossed in this. Right? We have forgotten the original taste. Param dishtva nivartate. Right? We have not gotten the higher taste. We think the lower taste is the best. For a pig, the stool is the best dish ever. Right? For a pig, best dish ever. Right? Such low taste, right? So we are like those hogs. We just feel that whatever we are doing in this world, whatever goodness, whatever amazing things which we do, it is the best. Oh, how can there be any more happiness than this? It is the best, right? Because we are not got a higher taste, right? So now, how the situation can be improved? How the situation of forgetting Krishna by the spell of Maya, how can we overcome that? That is the goal, that we want to do that. Right? The answer is to even slightly revive our relationship with Krishna. Prabhupada says in the purport. In that context, Krishna, in the 10th Chaturshloki Bhagavad Gita, Krishna was given Sambandha Gyan. First, we have to establish a relationship. To know who is Krishna, who am I, what is the relationship with Krishna, what is the relationship? Both of us. Krishna says, Aham sarvasya prabhavo mata sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante ma bhuta bhava samanvita. I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. And Buddha, the wise who know perfectly, engage in my devotional service and worship me with all their hearts. This Sambandha Jnana. Oh, who is Krishna? Okay, Krishna, that is Krishna. It's me. This is my position. That's Krishna's position. Okay, so what should I do? Engage in devotional service. Right? Jiva Swarupa hai Krishna Nityadas. My only goal is to worship Krishna and do devotional service with all my heart. One more question. Okay, but how should do? What the process? What should I do? And what will I gain by doing this? Establishing the relationship. Next verse, 10.9. Matchita matkata prana bodhayanta parasparam katyantascha mam nityam tushyanti charamanti cha. What is the process? And what is the result? The thoughts of a pure devotee dwell in me. This Krishna talking about himself, internal. The thoughts of a pure devotee dwell in me. Krishna thinks about his pure devotees. And their lives are fully devoted to my service. And they derive great satisfaction and bliss from always enlightening one another and conversing about me. What is the process? Katyantascha mam nityam. And bodhayanta parasparam. They converse, they enlighten one another by talking about me. That is the process. And building what happens by doing this process? Tushyanti charamanticha. The devotees get extremely satisfied and happy. Tushyan means satisfied. Ramanti means becomes very happy. Right? There's a process and there's a result we'll get. Right? So we can do Katyantacha Mamnityam, Bodhyantapas, all this devotional activity we can do with the help of 9 processes of devotional service. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishwasaram. Okay. Now, once we start doing this process, when we take shelter of the process of bhakti, this very bhakti yoga. What happens by taking the process of bhakti? Like Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, second chapter, 21st verse. The result, the glorious position, result of bhakti is mentioned in 1.2.21. Vidiyate hridaya grantis chidyante sarva samshayah shiyante chasya karmani drishta evatmanishware. The knot in the heart is pierced and all misgivings are cut into pieces. And the chain of fruitive actions is terminated and must see the self as master. So all the misgivings, all the knots, everything is cleared up. The chain of fruitive actions is totally terminated. Karma, vikarma, everything is totally terminated by doing this, taking the shelter of personal bhakti. Right? And taking shelter of bhakti means taking shelter of Krishna or the divine energy of Krishna. Right? And so Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita chapter 7, verse number 14, Devi Yesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Durastya Mam Evaye Prapadyante Mayam Etam Tarantite. Right? But taking shelter of me, one can, Mayam Etam Taranti means cross over. Mayam Etam Taranti, one can cross over the ocean of material existence by taking shelter of me. Taking shelter of his internal potency. This bhakti yoga. Right? When we take shelter, we can easily cross over. We can revive our consciousness. We can revive our understanding of who Krishna is, who we are, and establish a relationship. And then, basically, sambandha and abhidaya. Start the abhidaya process. The process of actually establishing and concretely establishing the position. Right? And Papa says then, one becomes mad after association of the Lord once you revive that position. So we must have seen people actually, many people actually have heard this in India. People label ISKCON devotees as crazy, mad people. What do mad people do? They'll dance in the streets. Well, they'll keep dancing in the streets. They will just have one song, one line, they keep repeating again and again, again and again, again and again, again and again, again and again. That's it. Well, kya maja aa raha hai? What is this? Right? What do devotees do? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. So just this one line, keep repeating again and again, again and again, and dance on the streets, dance everywhere, wherever we can find a place, we just dance. Okay? So devotees who are seriously practicing, not just seriously practicing devotees, they have some understanding who they are, not fully established, some understanding, right? And when devotees, because we love to dance, because for the pleasure of Krishna, right? We dance, we sing just one song. People live as mad people, right? So when we perform bhakti also, sometimes that it gives with the mercy of Krishna, we get a glimpse of the taste of a higher taste. Sometimes it's momentary. It's the way for me it's very difficult to sustain that point. Sometimes it happens when you are so engrossed, when you're just absolutely thinking of Krishna, when hearing a kirtan and dancing in the kirtan, looking at the beautiful form of the Lord, that ecstasy, you actually get goosebumps, and you can actually feel that, and just touch and come back. Right? We can get a feel of that, and then we come back. Right? That is the devotee who can maintain that actually becomes mad. You can see, so Nityanand Prabhu, Avadhuta. One should read Chaitanya Bhagavat. Vrindavan Das Thakur has elaborately described. He's so much in love with Nityanand Prabhu. He writes about some, pastime of Mahaprabhu, devotees, and he just immediately go to describe Nityanand Prabhu's pastimes. Suddenly, without this no continue, go like this straight and then off a tangent and they come back again, and they off a tangent again, Nityanand Prabhu, and come back. He's so much in love with Nityanand Prabhu that he just can't control himself. And Nityanand Prabhu is Avadhut. We should read Chaitanya Bhagavat for that. It's a totally mind-blowing personality. We can't understand with our logic, right? So one becomes, he's basically in that mood of exhibiting, of actually teaching us how to become a devotee, how to practice a devotee. He shows how becomes mad after association of the Lord, because he has revived that in that in the form of Nityan Prabhu. Mahaprabhu himself has showed that, right? So basically, the devotees were so advanced that they really become mad at association of the Lord. Okay? So what does it mean to remove the illusion we talked about, right? How can we remove the illusion of what we have, because we have been entrapped by Maya. So in the Bhagavad Gita itself, the last chapter, Arjuna says, after hearing the entire Bhagavad Gita, what does Arjuna say? Arjuna uvacha nashto moha spitir labdha prasadam maya achyuta sitosmi gata sandeha karishye vachanam tava. Arjuna said, my dear Krishna, O infallible one, Achyuta, my illusion is now gone. I've regained my memory by your mercy. I'm now firm and free from doubt and prepared to act according to your instructions. So, if you want to establish a relationship with Krishna, to know who we are, to get ourselves from this illusion, which is Maya has been tightly put on over us, we have to read, understand the Bhagavad Gita. But that is the end result will be nashto moha spikar labdha. All memories have memory. I regain my memory. I know who I am. I know who you are. My illusion is now gone, and the only job for me to do is obey your instructions. That's it. That's it. That's basic bhakti. That's what we want to do. Right? Obey the instructions of Krishna. Right? So understand Bhagavad Gita. That's the first chart point at least. So that's not stepping. Bhagavad Gita is not a stepping stone. Bhagavad Gita, okay, now let's Bhagavatam. Bhagavad Gita, you'll be there. No. Bhagavad Gita is always, we have to keep always Bhagavad Gita with us. The starting point and till the end. Then forever, so to say. Right? Bhagavad Gita. If you read, understand Bhagavad Gita, and the end result will be Nashtomo Spitar Labdha. Now, Prabhupada mentioned that because mad after association of the Lord, you may think, oh, okay, so he wants to be with Krishna. Okay, personal form. No, not really. Prabhupada says here, association does not mean just physical proximity to the Lord, but associating with his name, fame, qualities, instructions, etc. Not just physical form of the Lord. Oh, I want to be with Krishna only. No, that's not the association. Right? Or it can be the name of fame. Talking about Krishna, always talking about Krishna, Krishna Katha, his name. Talking about how Krishna is amazing, Krishna is amazing fame. Describing Krishna's qualities. Meditating on Krishna's qualities, meditating on Krishna's instructions, applying Krishna's instructions. That is all because Krishna is absolute. Everything, all these things means association with Krishna. Okay. In what to say, but how can we say that association with Krishna doesn't mean physical possibility? Does it mean that we should not be with Krishna, or we should not think about being with Krishna physically? Krishna himself says in Bhagavad Gita, in Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, chapter number 23, verse 22. 23rd chapter is basically the wives of the Brahmanas blessed, Brahman Patnis. Krishna says, after once the wives of Brahmanas take it to see Krishna, they desire, and Krishna then replies to their offerings. Na pritaye anuragaya Hango sango nirnam iha tanmano mayi unjana achiran mam avapashyata. He says very beautiful. For you to remain in my bodily association would certainly not please people in this world. Yeah, we have 5-year-old, small boy, ladies. Okay. Would certainly not please people in the world. Nor would it be the best way for you to increase your love for me. Krishna is saying that. Again, Krishna indirectly hinting what? With Pralamba. Okay. Nor would it be the best way for you to increase my love for me by being my close proximity. By constantly in touch with you, of course, they will be love. Of course, they can be only because you have love for Krishna, they can be close proximity with Krishna. But Krishna is saying that is not the best way for you to increase your love for me. Rather, what should you do? You should go back. You should fix your minds on me, and very soon you will achieve me. You should go back and just fix your mind. Mai asakta mana partha yoga minjamat ashraya. Just think, invest your mind, fix your mind on me. Right? Krishna is saying, by being away from me, thinking about me will increase my love for me the most prolific way. Right? So now, how can one do this? Right? So we talked about association of Krishna. How can one go start in this path? Can we do it on our own? I know I have all the books with me. Great, let's start. No, it's only possible by the instructions of a pure devotee, a senior devotee, or advanced devotee, or a guru, and hearing Srimad Bhagavatam from him or her. We need a devotee. Krishna has no bhakti for himself, no love for himself. Krishna's love for everyone. Suridam Sarvabhutana. Krishna's love for everyone. Krishna doesn't have love for himself. Only devotees have love for Krishna. So if you want love for Krishna, how can we get? Where can we get? From devotee of Krishna. That's why Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, in his book Madhuri Kadambini, puts a question: how can we get bhakti? Krishna doesn't have bhakti for himself. Where can we get bhakti from? Bhakti sanjayate bhakti. Bhakti can only obtain from a person who has bhakti. Right? So one can obtain that bhakti lata bij. Brahmanda bhramite kone bhagyavan jeev Guru Krishna prasade by bhakti lata bij. By mercy of Guru, one is Krishna. By the mercy of Krishna, one is Guru. And by that devotee, it transferred, or not transferred, so to say, ignites that ember of bhakti. But the beach of bhakti is sown by association of devotee who has bhakti. Right? So bhakti sanjayate bhakti. So by serving Uttam Adhikari, right? So here Srimad Bhagavatam, by serving Uttam Adhikari, one gets affinity to hear about Krishna Katha. Affinity to hear Krishna Katha. By serving, rendering service, can one get the affinity, that inclination to hear Krishna Katha. How? Where does it say that? Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, second chapter, 16th verse. Shushusho Shaddadhanasya Vasudeva Katharuchi Syat Mahasevaya Vipra Pudnathita Nishevanat. Or twice one sages. By serving those devotees who are completely freed from all vice, great service is done. By such service, one gains affinity for hearing the messages of Vasudeva. You have to serve with the devotees, serve the Vaishnavas, serve the pure devotees. And serving can mean different ways also, not just Vapu Seva, but Vani Seva also. Applying instruction by Prabhupada's instructions, we are actually serving Krishna Prabhupada, right? But one is so such a pure advanced devotee, or completely freed from all vice. When you serve the devotee in such a way, one gets affinity to hear Krishna Katha. So if one gets, we can put as a check for ourselves, how much do we earn to hear Krishna Katha? Right? To degree to which we are earning to hear Krishna Katha, that means we are serving the devotees very well. Right? So more we serve devotees, in what way? So to that degree, we are humble like a blade of grass, more tolerant like a tree. To that degree, in that to extent, in that mode we serve the devotees, to that extent we'll want to hear Krishna Katha. We'll be yearning, want to hear Krishna Katha. Right? So by repeated hearing, understanding, internalizing, applying instructions of Uttam Adhikari of a devotee, when they say, okay, you do like this, you like that, as a spiritual master, right? One gets cleansed of all the vices. One gets cleansed of all the vices because we are imbibing, we are applying the instructions of the Vaishnavas, of senior Vaishnavas. Now one gets cleansed of all the vices. Why is that important? Why is getting rid of all the vices by become pure important? 1.1.2. In 1.1.2, Sri Vyasadeva is telling who can understand Srimad Bhagavatam. Because Prabhupada says in the purport that Srimad Bhagavatam trains the conditioned soul to the stage of perfection by submissive hearing from pure devotee. Right? Submissive hearing is very, very important. In Bhagavad Gita again, chapter 4. Talk about Guru, how should one serve the Guru? But why is serving such by getting rid of all the vices very important? Dharma proje kaitava atra paramo nirmatsaranam satam. Right? Nirmatsara means one is pure-hearted, clear-hearted. So Prabhupada says, or in the translation says, Srimad Bhagavatam is understandable by those devotees who are fully pure in heart. So Srimad Bhagavatam is a living book. It's living. Bhagavad Gita is living. Chaitanya Charitamrita is living. Based on readers and how based on devotees who read the book, it can give personal understanding. It is one book, so to say, but it's living. So Srimad Bhagavatam will not reveal to those devotees who are still not fully pure. At least to not understand that, okay, until we are very pure, Bhagavatam read no one reveal at all. No. To the degree which we are pure, to that degree Srimad Bhagavatam will reveal himself. Right? We want to when we're fully pure, when we align our intention with Krishna's intention, that is becoming one with Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam will reveal itself in full glory. And it's only understandable by those devotees who are fully pure. So this is not a disqualification for us. This statement, the only fully pure-hearted can understand Bhagavad Gita. No, that is not disqualification. That is a goal Vyasdev is giving. You want to understand Srimad Bhagavatam full, become fully pure-hearted. That's not a disqualification. Okay? We may be unqualified. Chaitanya says we may be unqualified, but we're not disqualified in bhakti. Right? So we are unqualified right now. At least for me, I'm saying. Right? But I know the goal, and I want to be qualified. I want to be eligible. Understand Srimad Bhagavatam full. And once we are at that stage, even we will be able to achieve that stage where we look at Krishna without blinking. We want to look at Krishna without blinking. We will also feel like this. The very beautiful verse. Tunde Tandavinatim Bitunute Tundavini Labhaye Karna Krodha Kadambini Ghatayate Karna Budhe Pispraham Cheta Prangana Sangini Vijayate Sarvendriyam Kritim No Jane Janita Kriyadhibhir Amrite Krishneti Varnam Dvi. Beautiful verse from Sri Rupa Goswami. I do not know how much nectar the two syllables Krishna have produced. When the holy name of Krishna is chanted, it appears to dance within the mouth. Then within desire many mouths. When that name enters the holes of the earth, we desire many billions of years. And when the holy name dances in the courtyard of the heart, it conquers the activities of the mind, and therefore all systems become inert. Very similar to that verse we talked about. Why should two eyes, which have millions of eyes, is Krishna? Simply when we are in that stage, when we become fully pure under Srimad Bhagavatam, we would have the same realization that I want more of understanding about Krishna, I want more years to hear about Krishna. Right? So that is the progression, so to say. It's some point which I'll have to share. So can you forgive me? Hopefully the right words came out at the right time in the right way, and it was beneficial to all the assembled Vaishnavas. So can you forgive me for all offenses? If at all any mistake came, which I know I'm sure a lot, please forgive me. So I can become better. If at all anything good came out of it, it's all the mercy of Guru Maharaj and Srila Prabhupada. But thank you so much everyone for joining. Natash Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Narottama Vilasa Prabhuji. Thank you so much for your wonderful narrations, very sweet narrations. You are that personification of verses, Prabhuji.
I know.
I couldn't imagine how many verses you have quoted. Very beautiful verses, Prabhuji. So thank you so much actually for bringing up so many beautiful verses from different scriptures. It gives truly the nectar today, Prabhu. Thank you so much for your wonderful narrations. I have a question actually. So before I ask my question, I know thank you so much for bringing up the Nicho Nityanam verse. Very beautifully you explained how Krishna is eternal to all the eternals. You have explained it very nicely, Prabhu. Till now, actually, I have read that verse many times, but today I have understood it, the actual meaning of that with your explanation, Prabhu. Thank you so much for that. And also, you have very Krishna's attractiveness, Krishna's beauty. How Krishna is attracted to all living beings. How we are attracted to Krishna. So many things. You divided basically 3 sections and very beautifully explained, Prabhu. And also, how since time immemorial, how we have forgotten Krishna, how we can get only peace through, Bhoktara Mignatapasam, just offering everything to Krishna. So that is also very wonderful, Prabhu. So finally, you mentioned how we have to revive our connection with Krishna, like, Sambandha, Abhidaya, Prayojana, very nicely explained, Prabhu. and how we can attain bhakti also. You have explained very nicely. Only from bhaktas we can attain bhakti, not even from Krishna, right? Not even from Krishna. So that is also very nice, Prabhu. So thank you so much, Prabhu, for your wonderful explanations. I thoroughly enjoyed it today. All the verses you are mentioning, it gave us very, very nice this thing, Prabhu. So Prabhu, my question, can I ask my question, Prabhu, now?
Yes, Mataji, I'll try my best, Mataji. There are many friends here, Vaishnavas here. If at all I'm not able to answer, I will just pass on to them. So,
No, it's a very small question, Prabhu. I think you're sufficient to answer. So in the purport, it is mentioning that 1, 2, 3, 4, fourth lane, once this relation is slightly revived. What is a slightly revived, Prabhu? Because it is mentioning that follow-up to that is the conditions will at once become freed from the illusion of material energy and becomes match after the association of the Lord. This association is made possible not only by personal contact with the Lord, but also by association with His name, fame, form, and quality. This you have explained it, but only thing is, what is this slightly revived, Prabhu? How do we understand when it is slightly revived? So all these things truly happens, if it is because it's mentioned Srila Prabhu, slightly I'm getting bewildered. So would you please put like
Shumati, I'll try my best, Mataji. Please, senior Vaishnavas for worthy of my worship, to correct me if I'm wrong somewhere, or please to add. So, Mataji, so slightly revived means, Mataji, this understanding, this theoretical understanding, this practical understanding. So we know, particularly, we are servants of Krishna, right? We should be serving Krishna. But this theoretical understanding, we are the soul. But practically, we have to apply this jnana and vijnana. Jnana is there, but vijnana, when we develop, when I really understand, right, you will see so many devotees who are so fixed in bhakti, so strong, so staunch. Wow, it's amazing. But they also say the same books. They're studying Bhagavad Gita, they're Srimad Bhagavatam, we also reading Srimad Bhagavatam, they're reading Bhagavad Gita, where we're not imbibing the same mood as them. Now, the years doesn't matter. They will be here a long time, but that's not one of the criteria, or maybe not the major criteria. But how effective? How are they applying that knowledge? How intensity? What is the intensity of them actually applying those particular knowledge? That's what makes a difference. Right? And when we actually apply those instructions, Krishna himself comes and gives realizations. Right? So normally we are habituated when we do something, we have to see some reaction, we have to see some result. Habituated to that, right? So Krishna, to help propel us in bhakti, when we do it very sincerely, so purity in intent and sincerity in attempt, when we do this two together, Krishna wants us to come back there more than we go back to him. So Krishna propels us, gives us realizations. Many devotees here also, they've done something, but they were so hopeless. What to do? Krishna, please help us, and Krishna magically does do something. I say, oh no, this only because Krishna can happen. And because of that realization, they go again. They will no, yes, Krishna is reciprocating. Krishna is doing everything in his power to help me. And that conviction, that result that what we see, that result would we see, to help us move, make our faith stronger, and realize, I understand this. Who am I with Krishna? So that the relation, when it becomes more realized. So, for example, Srimad Chaitanya Mahaprabhu only after went to Gaya, after he heard the Mahamantra from Ishwara Puri, he became mad. After initiation, right? He went, right? So just because by the mercy of his spiritual master, that he revived his connection, so to say, because he's exhibiting the mood of a devotee. He doesn't revive the connection, but he revived the connection. He could understand what this Krishna, the word, the Mahamantra, right? So similarly, when we imbibed and practically applied the instructions of Krishna, or Bhagavad Gita, of the spiritual master, Krishna becomes with so much pleased and himself comes and reciprocates with our activity to give us more conviction in our faith. Right? And that is the process when we start to bring, and once one becomes so, you will see they will be so much eager to hear about Krishna. They will go to every class, everywhere. Krishna, they forget about everything. I just want to hear about Krishna. Right? How is it possible? Why are they so attracted? why are they mad, so to say, after association of the Lord in the form of his names? Why are they? Why is that? Some devotees, we may also in the same situation. You may have heard. You may say, I know, I have seen this at least devotees for being for long, when movement for very long. They also, yeah, Krishna. They're also very okay, so and so. But the devotees were so serious. Oh, Krishna, okay, attention, rap attention, like you. They put so much attention. Why is that? They are so eager to hear about Krishna. Why is the other person not? Even though maybe same, so to say, same time frame. Because they are applying instructions to, in their life. What we heard is not just from here to here. There's a connection going to the heart. They're imbibing, they're applying the instructions of Krishna, of the pure devotees. And because of that, Krishna is reciprocating with your sincere effort to hear about him. It's just some purification. And that purification is what basically is reviving of Krishna consciousness. Because it's so covered up, right? So purification happens with the help of Krishna. And that is when we get a glimpse of that also, of that relation, actually, understand, realize that relation, we know that there's nothing more higher than this. There is Param Tishtani Vartave. Right? Nothing more higher than this. Or I want that, I got a taste of that. If I give a small drop of nectar, oh, I want more. Do you know where is it? Where is it? We'll start looking for that. Right? So when we get the taste of that Krishna's holy name, the pastimes, when we get taste of that, we will want to why would want anything else? Unless we have that taste, unless we get that nectarian taste, we won't hanker for that, right? That is what sat reviving means. Just getting that one nectar drop of that, of Krishna's mercy. I know, I'm so sorry, but
it certainly helps, Prabhu. Thank you, very wonderfully answered. But is there any difference between the slightly revival and the complete revival?
My slight revival will lead to complete revival. So even that one, so that's so we get one drop, but we want the entire pot, right? We want the entire pot.
Yes, correct. Yes, correct.
Right?
Yeah.
That is complete revival. The totally, I want to go back to serve Krishna totally, completely. That is going back to Krishna, going back to Godhead.
Yes, Prabhu.
Right? When you get the taste, Krishna, who can leave that? So that's where we get the taste first to go back. So right now, theoretically, we want to go back to Godhead. That may be because we are fed up of this world. That's why to go back.
Yes.
That is not, that's good, but that is going from negative to zero origin. But when you go from zero to positivity, y-axis, that is possible by being attracted to Krishna's qualities and pastimes and names and forms.
Yes,
right? For that is full extent. So where it is come to origin, and then going to go back to positivity, y-axis.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. I understand.
Please,
Krishna.
many say devotees, please to add, if at all I missed, which I know I did. So, but yeah. Thank you, Adhikun Mataji.
Thank you, Narottama Vilasa Prabhu, for the
Thank you, Prabhu.
complete exploration of the three aspects of the purport, which, like you said, are beautiful purport. I was really attracted to your description of Krishna's attractive features, especially in relationship to this chapter. It talks about how Krishna's lips touch the conch shell and the conch shell becomes like rose. Just beautiful features. It reminded me of the lecture you gave at the temple a little while ago on Krishna's attractive features. And with a nice answering of Radhakund Mataji's question.
Please to add to that.
No, nothing to add. You were thorough and appropriately complete. So thank you for doing this service. Also want to express my appreciation to all the devotees that have joined. Radhakund Mataji, Kalyani Mataji, Vinay Prabhu, Neelam Mataji, Poonam Mataji, Harshita Mataji, Chandrasekhar Prabhu, Vijay Lakshmi Mataji, Anita Mataji, and Vanmali Prabhu, and Paramakar Prabhu. So this is really nice. The whole idea of reciting Bhagavatam is to do it in the association of devotees, and it gives strength to the devotees to hear each other and appreciate each other. So thank you very much. It's about 9:15, so unless if somebody, I think we can end at this point because devotees have other services I'm sure they need to do.